These animated clowns tickle our funny bones like no other. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hilarious cartoon characters.
For my next witness, I would like to call to the stand, the Monarch!
For this list, we'll be looking at the cartoon characters, both classic and modern, that are regarded as the funniest in all of animation. We're limiting it to guys and gals who are now popular for being on the small screen, though they're still eligible if they had their debuts theatrically.
Maybe I could come up with something if I had her for real education.
Number 10, the Monarch, the Venture Brothers.
Beatty!
Yes, Monarch!
You're being promoted. I want you and a phalanx of no less than 3 and no more than 5 henchmen to go and observe Dr. Venture.
Just managing to sneak his way onto our list is this butterfly-themed supervillain. While he regards himself as a terrifying evildoer with an ever-vengeful vendetta against Dr. Thaddeus Venture, in actuality, he's a shrill-voiced small-timer with a huge inferiority complex who doesn't seem to actually want to kill his archenemy.
Hello, this is Dr. Venture.
Attention, Dr. Thaddeus Venture. This is the Monarch speaking.
I'm currently unavailable right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do so after the beep.
He may be pathetically incompetent, but we never get tired of seeing him engage in his deadly game of cat and mouse. Or cat and also cat, as he calls it. Alas, he often ends up losing that game.
What's all that noise?
No time for questions, baby. Fire up the smaller escape cocoon ingeniously housed inside this larger cocoon headquarters!
Still, at least he managed to land himself a beautiful wife, whose voice doesn't exactly sound right. Here's hoping he never gives up his wacky ways. Otherwise, we'd be out of laughs.
Hi, David Bowie. Have you seen...
I'm over here!
Number 9, Dale Gribble, King of the Hill.
You know what they say Ford stands for, don't you? It stands for fix it again, Tony.
You're thinking of a Fiat, Dale.
Think of every conspiracy theory known to humankind, and chances are Dale believes them all. As a gun fanatic who's convinced that both the government and aliens are watching his every move, he's by far the funniest thing to come out of the small town of Arlen, Texas.
Are you sure you won't be messing with Hank's truck when he's not around?
I'm gonna help get him this alternator off.
Dale.
Despite his mad ravings, he's shown to be a very caring father and husband who loves his family dearly. Unfortunately for Dale, his wife's been cheating on him for almost 14 years, and his son isn't even his. But this just adds to the show's dark humor.
I don't understand. Did I do something to upset you? As a patient?
No, of course not. I love treating you.
If only he applied that crazy caution of his a little closer to home. Dale Gribble, incredibly naive, absurdly paranoid, but ever so much fun to watch.
They're experienced professional bounty hunters? You're just some deluded bug sprayer who took a 4-hour course, learned a few chokeholds, and got a hat.
You are familiar with my credentials, yet you still refuse to give me a case?
Number 8, Barney Rubble, The Flintstones.
Hold it, Fred. I gotta play them where they lie. Pooch your mouth up a little.
You have to feel sorry for Barney sometimes. It can't be easy being friends with Fred Flintstone. Luckily for him, he seems to have a constantly cheerful demeanor that's often infectious.
Big strike coming up. Show's a big win. Close your mouth.
When Fred's antics get them into trouble, it's his best pals' comments and attitude that not only often bail them out, but also get the most laughs.
Do you have trouble sleeping at night? It may be because you're a deadbeat. Pay up those annoying TV bills.
His fierce devotion and loving relationship with his wife Betty may not have the drama that Fred has with Wilma, but even when they're being cheesy as all heck, they still manage to get a chuckle out of us. Who says nice guys finish last?
Gee, that sounds good. Do you think it'll work?
Barney, my boy, did I ever give you a bum stare?
Well,
Don't answer that, Barney.
Number 7, Bender Bending Rodríguez, Futurama.
Come on, universe, you big, mostly empty wuss! Give me all the juice you got!
1,000 years in the future, where technological advancements and alien life are abundant on Earth, you have Bender, a robot who loves nothing more than booze, smokes, money, and getting frisky with all the ladybots.
Dating your coworker and primary mode of transportation is immoral, illogical, and a violation of Interstellar Shipping Statute 437-B.
That's what makes it so nasty.
While he's not completely without redemption since he is shown to care for his meatbag friends, it's his unapologetic disregard for political correctness that makes him so damn funny.
I am the Metal Lord. Who are you?
I am called Malachi, Lord. It means, he who really loves the Metal Lord.
Whether he's sleeping with the Planet Express spaceship, committing grand larceny via time travel, or even going on to become God, there's no other automaton we'd rather share a drink with.
I'm the greatest! Woohoo!
Number 6. Peter Griffin, Family Guy.
Lois, do you have a magnet in your head?
What?
You must, because it's attracting my buns of steel.
Peter, knock it off.
You'd probably have a few with him down at the Drunken Clam, but you sure as hell wouldn't want him as your dad.
Stick your finger down your throat and throw up till you're skinny.
First, don't listen to your sister. Sticking your finger down your throat doesn't make you throw up.
The head of the Griffin household has no problems getting himself into the worst situations imaginable, often dragging his family along for the ride. Whether it's stealing a giraffe, engaging in the mother of all fistfights with a chicken, or managing to outfart Michael Moore, he may be a terrible father, but it's always a riot to watch his drunken misadventures through Quahog. But then a shout-out has to be given to the megalomaniacal and eccentric Stewie.
You ever heard of the multiverse theory, Brian?
Well, of course I have, but I'm wondering if you have.
Oh my god, so transparent.
There's no one else we'd rather see travel through the multiverse than him.
Hey, what's that?
What?
You're eating something.
You bastard! You have food?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me that!
Number 5. Jerry Mouse, the Tom and Jerry franchise. You arguably won't find a smarter mouse in all of animation. Jerry's hilariously violent slapstick battles with his feline foe Tom are legendary. The creative ways in which the mouse manages to outwit and inflict some serious hurt on his nemesis would be rather cringeworthy in most other media. But due to the fast-paced visuals of this franchise, it comes across as wholeheartedly entertaining. The characters themselves may have strayed from their usual format in later years, but the classic moments when Tom finds his schemes uprooted by his tiny rival are nothing short of side-splitting. Number 4. Daffy Duck, the Looney Tunes franchise.
What a lollapalooza! Hey, mister, wake up a minute. I gotta tell you this one.
Over 80 years later, and no one can do a rage-filled meltdown quite like this duck. And we love him for it.
Let's get this picture started. No!
Greedy by nature, this landmark character straight out of the Looney Tunes Hall of Fame is more often than not always in pursuit of riches.
With my trusty quarterstaff. Actually, it's a $1.25 quarterstaff, but I'm not telling him that.
While he gave us his own fair share of laughs when he managed to land his own Buck Rogers parody, his greatest moments by far come when he's paired up with that rascally rabbit Bugs Bunny. Their friendship and rivalry is a goldmine of hilarity. And if you need proof, all you need to do is take a glance at Duck Amuck and Rabbit Seasoning.
Take a peek up and see if he's still around. Righto. Is he still there? Still lurking about.
Number 3. Eric Cartman, South Park.
Bump that shit, bro. Be the bigger person.
He is likely the vilest, cruelest, and most foul-mouthed elementary student ever animated. And yet pretty much every disgusting thing that comes out of his mouth is hysterical.
You give me strength where there is doubt, and I praise you for all you have done. Only you, Mel Gibson, have had the wisdom and the courage to show the world the truth.
Hated even by his 3 closest friends, Cartman only lives for himself, taking any chance to be popular, no matter who he has to stab in the back. His infamous achievements include, but are not limited to, nearly wiping out the Jewish residents of South Park, summoning Cthulhu, creating imaginary friends that are the stuff of nightmares, and even making a high schooler eat his own parents.
I made you eat your parents. Jesus Christ, dude!
If the awfulness of his antics aren't enough to make you laugh, then the odd occasions when he does get his comeuppance most certainly will.
Come up, Weedy!
Number 2. Bugs Bunny, the Looney Tunes franchise.
Almighty warrior of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask if... What's up, Doc?
The entire zany Looney Tunes cast could easily fill this list. But if we had to pick one for the top 3, then it would be this timeless anthropomorphic rabbit. Sorry, Daffy.
Well, haven't you anything to say? Anything? Out of sheer honesty?
Not only does he pack so much suave that he can dress as a lady and make jaws drop, his cartoon shorts are also some of the greatest animation has to offer.
Oh, my
Whether it's his frequent collaborations with our favorite Despicable Duck, or some of his solo works such as the masterful What's Opera Doc and the brilliantly funny Long-Haired Hare, Bugs will go down in history as one of the most significant and hilarious cartoon characters of all time. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I'm here to pick up my undead cat and child.
Yeah, give me a sec.
These are the forms for the employee health plan?
All right, yeah, put them on my... I just got bored. Everybody out.
Sorry I'm late. I was in IKEA and I couldn't figure out how to leave. Every path led back to home office.
Do I get my award now?
No, you have to take the tray to the customer.
Okay.
Number 1. Homer Simpson, The Simpsons.
Dental plan.
Lisa needs braces.
Dental plan.
Lisa needs braces.
If we give up our dental plan, I'll have to pay for Lisa's braces.
Beating out all his rivals is the large yellow head of the Simpson household. Homer's well-meaning but often disastrous decisions as a father, husband, and blue-collar worker usually result in a whole mess of brilliantly poignant jokes that have made our favorite Springfield family such a household name. Dope!
Inside every man is a struggle between good and evil that cannot be resolved. I am evil Homer! I am evil Homer!
In their prime, the Simpsons let loose gag after gag, each of which seemed to hit home, and most of which were the result of Homer's below-average intellect.
Since you're trying to make a getaway in park, I'm guessing you don't have a license. Better head down to the DMV. These 2 broads will help you out.
While he can be irresponsible, and often causes mayhem wherever he goes, his huge heart, love for his family, and massive list of quotable lines can put him nowhere else but at the top of our list. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo indeed. Do you agree with our list? Which cartoon character do you think is the most hilarious?
You gotta go to the place inside you where you never been. My soul. You need to have a soul in order to go there.
With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Yummy. Yummy, you guys. That's all, folks.